make a link with 3 or more beads. And you can, this can really, you can make your link with as many beads as you like, but 1-inch links seems to work good for it to lay nicely, so it's not, you'll figure it out. If you make a link that's longer than 1 inch, you'll see that it won't, it just doesn't lay nicely. It lays really nicely with just about 1 inch, no more than 1 inch long. So these are really short. You know, that's probably a 1/2 inch long from tip to tip of the little eyes. But anyway, let's make one with several beads on it. Okay, so we want to make a round eye, and I can't seem to get it to, okay, roll away, and they're touching. So we're going to pull back and center it. Okay, they're just not turning out nice and round. Anyway, that's pretty good for today, I guess. All right, we're going to put a black bead. These are just square seed beads from Michael's, nothing expensive or elaborate. Very, very basic. When you get your beads and your wire, you have to make sure that the hole in your bead will go over your wire. That is one definite concern. But most of the wire will fit most beads. But sometimes you'll run into that situation where it will not. Okay, so there's 3 beads on there. So that will give us a little variation, a little bit more color. Okay, we're going to cut it to where we have about a 1/2 inch. Might be a little more than a 1/2 inch. Let me trim it just a little more. Okay, we're going to put our round nose pliers in there. We want it pretty flush so we can't feel it very well. So keep it round. And we're going to roll away and roll away until they're touching. I think it's, you don't want it to go past because that'll make it not be round also. Okay, you're going to put that part of your wire right there, right under where they're touching, and pull it back. So you have a nice little round eye, centered. It's a little long. See how we have a little bit of play right there? If you measure that space right there and cut about that same amount off of your eye, you can take that out of there. Put your plier back in there. Roll away. Roll away. And then pull it back. And it may have opened. That's okay. I'm going to close it up. Okay, even it out. Alright, so there we have 2 little centered eyes. Okay, so that's another link. So let's measure that. That is about, that's 3/4 of an inch. So that's a good size. That's a good size. Alright, so let's make another one. We're going to take our wire. I start with 2-inch pieces. Make our little eye. I probably just made my wire point. Roll away. Roll away. Pull back. So that's our little eye. It might not look closed all the way, but that's pretty close. Let's do Another one like that. Well, I can't see the hole in the black beads. And that hole was a little snug. Sometimes it'll work like that. Your bead hole won't be quite where you need it to be. Okay, we're going to cut about 1/2 inch. We're going to take our real nose pliers. You can't practice this part enough. It'll take a while. Roll away until they're touching. I can't see if they're touching. I think I'm going sideways. I think it's okay. Now you're going to pull back. And I'm not turning it around like I want them to. And that one's big, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit. Just going to trim it down. Now, this one's going to turn out right. I think. Alright, that's better. And if it doesn't look straight, you can just straighten it up. Still a little. Okay, so there's 2. So let's see what that is. I think that one is 3/4 also. Yes. Okay, so now we're going to make the jump ring. So it'll be joined just like these were. We're going to join these. See, we could even join, see where this one is joined right here? And we closed it up. Let's open it. I'm going to show you to open it. Always open them sideways. And it looks like there's some points. There is a point on this one. You want nice flat edges. Okay, we opened it up, and we're going to add this link. Drop it on. Close it up. You do have to be careful about trimming too much off because it'll not be round when you join them together. They'll be pointed. That's pretty round. My cutters, I'm going to have to invest in the better cutters. And they wear out eventually too. The edge will get to where it will just start pinching the wire instead of cutting. So there we go. Then you have another link connected to your other links. So let's do that again. I'm going to cut this pointed edge off. See that one there. Always wear your safety glasses too, because we want to save our eyes. We don't want to be blind or sick. Okay, so now, okay, we got those 2. We're going to close it up again. I can see the flat edge shining right there on that end. We might have to trim that off just a little to make it connect. You really want them when it's connected. You don't really want to see that gap right there. If you have good cutters and you cut your points off and you have nice flat sections, but I don't think that's going to happen today because of my cutters. I'll have my better cutters next time, I promise. So anyway, that's what we are learning. in our class, and I was going to show you. So that is a link, the rosary link. So you can make your links. The combinations are just endless. You can use every color variation. Now remember, over an inch, you're going to have, it's going to lay weird. I mean, you can try it, and you can make some links long and some links short. The variations are just endless of what you can do when you make it yourself. That'd make a pretty bracelet if you kept going for the 7 inches. But this is just an example of what we're learning in our jewelry class. And, you know, nobody's doing everything perfect, you know. I mean, we're trying to make it as pretty as we can.